Radio Raheem here for JABBR. In the DeepStrike system, there are no personalities, there are no stars, because there is absolutely no subjectivity to this process. There's a red corner and a blue corner. And in the red corner, you can see here that the broadcaster panel allows for the comms to not only see how many punches are thrown, landed, and the high impact and accuracy. We have per round statistics on the left and accumulative statistics on the right. So as you're watching the fight, you'll be able to determine what is happening in the round you're watching, but then reference the totality of the fight and the numbers that have been accumulated thus far. Now, this is what the comms team will be looking at while the fight is going on. Those are just 4 of our primary metrics. We have others depending on what we determine that the comms might need on the night. There's 4 analytic panels of potential main statistics that a comms team can reference if they choose to use one of the others as opposed to these. So they were able to watch these numbers auto-populate. You can also, through the graph in the center of the broadcaster panel, watch the flow of the fight. So you can see here, for instance, punches thrown. The red corner is spiked. Punches thrown in the second round, starts to tail off by the 4th, and the blue corner is ahead of the red corner all the way through the fight in punches thrown. The accumulative side of the panel is on the right. So as the comms team is watching the round unfold and auto-populate, see what's happening in the round that is currently underway, they can also always reference the totality of action in the fight. You'll see that the accumulative numbers up to this point in the fight are also auto-populating in real time. So all the information you need on the fly is right there and available for you as you watch the fight. Potentially, you can do this at home as well. As you follow along with our broadcast on socials, you can watch the same panel that the broadcasters have on the night in real time. We call that your second screen experience. You can watch the fight here in your home, in the living room, and set your computer on your lap, put this readout on your phone or wherever it's convenient to reference, and while the fight is going on, you'll be able to be read in, dialed in with the same statistic that the comms are using. And you also have the option, just like they do, to reference any number of statistics. If it's not these that interest you, there are 4 panels of other statistics that you can reference while the fight goes on to inform you about exactly what's happening in the ring, so there's no doubt in what you're seeing. From behind the scenes to in front of the camera, JABBR arrives in Riyadh. For the first time in 25 years, the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world is finally going to be fought for on the stage in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. JABBR will be providing the punch stats. DeepStrike, the tech produced by JABBR, will bring you punch stat analysis. Incredible analytics, pages and pages. From the punches thrown to the punches landed. Not just punches landed, but the quality of the shot, aggression and pressure. 2 different metrics that we have now finally been able to determine what ring generalship really is. For the first time ever, accurate punch stats, over 99% accurate, created by an AI brain that watches the fight 360 degrees, doesn't miss a punch, doesn't miss a step. The first time we'll ever see anything like this in the boxing world. Let's talk about how JABBR got started.
It's been a long journey. I started building this tech some 3 years ago. And in fact, in some strange turn of events, we moved to this tiny cramped office here, pretty much exactly to the day 3 years ago from this Saturday. My background is as a researcher, PhD in computational mathematics. I've been building human action activity recognition systems since before I started JABBR. I've also been a boxing fan since I was a teenager. And so already some 3-4 years ago, I knew this tech was missing out there. And I believe I also understood the engineering challenges as to why nobody else had succeeded in building it. So for me, it was the only natural thing to do was to start building it. We're just like a bunch of engineers who love fighting. So that has been great. And yeah, shout out to Julian, Patrick, Corey, Philip, Radio, and the rest of the team for just all the amazing work they're doing out there behind the scenes.
Remember when boxing started in radio and you could hear the fights? And then it moved to television and you could see the fights. Now we've moved to tech and you can study the fights. Catch it live, JABBR produced, DeepStrike, undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. Let's go.